So I want to welcome you to the fourth and final webinar in our series. And it's really good to see so many people on the call, and I'm hoping that you're going to enjoy it. If you're new to the webinars, I'd just like to introduce myself. I'm Jerry Friedman. I'm a mom, a grandma, and co-chair of ECA. And we've got basically two great presentations for you tonight. First, there's two parts, and what we're going to be doing is just having the first part. We'll have a short break and go into the second part. We'll, of course, have questions and answers. The first part of our webinar is you'll be hearing from Jen Chandler, who is our Director of Operations, and she's going to demonstrate and give you a tour of our new ECA website, which is going to give you all the tools you need to take action on a national level, on a local level, at the community level or state level. You've got all the tools there for you, and she's going to show you where they are, how to access them, and how to use them. After that, we've got a special guest, a world-renowned climate scientist, Catherine Hayhoe, and she will be speaking to us after the break. Moving along, Jen Chandler is the Director of Operations for Elders Climate Action, and for the past 3 years, she's been working to help us build our movement of elders who are committed to climate action. She's got a background in nonprofit management, visual arts, and education, and she is going to now give you her presentation. So please welcome Jen Chandler.
Hi, everybody. It's great to be here, and I'm glad that so many people have joined us this evening on this webinar. And hopefully internet connection will stay strong through our thunderstorms, and that we will not have any issues this evening. I'm excited to share with you some of the resources that are available through Elders Climate Action. We have a variety of really wonderful tools available on our website. We have a number of action tools that we've created for you to be able to take action from your own home or within your own community. And so tonight, I just want to introduce you to the format of the website, help you understand what information is available and what you can access when you get there. Our website is divided into 3 major sections. They are Get Inspired, Get Informed, and Get Engaged. The 3 things that we feel we need to do or we need to create to help elders take action on climate change. So let's check out the website, www.eldersclimateaction.org. This is the homepage of the ECA website. When you get here, you'll notice that at the very top, there is a navigation menu. And again, it's broken into those 3 categories: Get Inspired, Get Informed, Get Engaged. You'll know what page you're on based on if the text is in purple or if it's in green. Right now, we're on the home page, so we're seeing it in purple. At the very top of the homepage, you'll also find our donate buttons, our join button, and our social media links. So if you'd like to join ECA, or you would like to make a donation, or you would like to link to our social media, you can find all of those links directly throughout the website at the top of our page. The ECA homepage, as you scroll down, looks something like this, although it often changes depending on what actions we have going on, what events are coming up, and so on. So right now we have ECA upcoming action events. This includes this webinar series that you're on, as well as our upcoming event in San Francisco, California, which is called Elders Awakened, Standing for Our Grandchildren and All Life. In the next section, we see Take Action with ECA. And this is a section where you can link directly to specific actions that we have going on. So this is where you'll find the Elders Vote for the Climate. This is where you'll find the Candidates Pledge links. And then also in the far corner, you'll see, or the far right of that box, you'll see our events section. And you can also click here to see all of our events that are happening at ECA. We also have a section, Climate News, which is articles, videos, interviews, things like that, where ECA is highlighted or ECA members are interviewed so on. And then the last section that we're not showing here is a section about our newsletter and links to join our newsletter. If you go to the top navigation bar, you can link on Get Inspired. When you click on Get Inspired, you see a drop-down menu, and in that drop-down menu are the following things: about us, who we are, ECA in action, voices of elders, and the voices of youth. So ECA in Action is a great place to find out more information about Elders Climate Action Day in Washington, D.C. It's a great place to find out more about our first event in DC, which was Grandparents Climate Action Day, and some of the actions that ECA has been taking. Voices of Elders and Voices of Youth are sections where it's stories and information shared directly from elders or from youth involved in the climate movement. So on the right-hand side, you'll also see that there's a sub-menu on the page that is the same information that you find in the drop-down menu. So throughout the Get Inspired pages, any of the pages you're on, you'll see this sub-navigation menu for the drop-down. Let's take a little closer look at the Who We Are page. This is where you're going to see the ECA leadership team. These are all the amazing, wonderful volunteers that make up Elders Climate Action, that make the leadership team of Elders Climate Action. All of you make the organization. But these amazing people help lead the organization and really are taking a lead on climate action and really have the values of preserving a livable future for their grandchildren. And all of them are very amazing humans, and I have the pleasure to work with them. If you're interested to find out more about these individuals, if you click on their photograph, it'll bring up a bio for each of those individuals. Also, Elders Climate Action is always looking for people to join the leadership team. We need people who are dedicated to making a difference for their grandchildren, to help us build programming, do social media, all sorts of things. So if you'd like to see your face on this page and add your bio to this page, join us and let us know that you're interested. The next section is the Get Informed section. This is where you can find a lot of information about ways that you can get informed, or ways that you can share information from Elders Climate Action. So this is where you're going to find the Action Toolkit, which is all the resources that we've created for you to use when you go out and do presentations or do events. We've also included a section called Climate Resources. This section is a curated compilation of climate information that's out there, where we wanted to bring it into one location where you can find it and make it accessible to you. So we've got recommendations about organizations, so on and so forth. And we're going to look closer at the Action Toolkit, the Climate Resources, and the With Your Grandchildren sections of the Get Informed pages, so that you know what tools you can find. The Action Toolkit is our resource. It's sort of the one-stop shop for all things that you need Elders Climate Action. And the various sections of the toolkit include the ECA newsletter, materials for events, info sheets and infographics. These are info sheets and infographics that Elders Climate Action has created, posters and banners, presentations. We have a section called Talking Climate with Others, and video and audio recordings. So let's just take a closer look at some of those pages so you can see the resources that are available. Newsletters, you can find, read, or share previous ECA newsletters. And these newsletters go back a couple of years. So it's interesting to watch the changes of the organization and also just see the ways that we've been engaged over the years and the ways that the organization is growing and our membership is deepening their actions. Materials for events. These are the materials that we've created that you can print at home, or you could download to a USB or to a flash drive and take to a printer, or you could have printed from an online resource. We've created sign-up lists, flyers, things things like that. We've created these I pledge half sheet pieces that people can write a pledge to the climate and take a picture of themselves and share on social media. Some really great resources here. And so if you click on the purple link below the image, that's how you can download that, that particular image you're seeing above. We also offer some of the flyers in black and white versions, so that I know that printing costs can be expensive, keep our costs down. The info sheets and infographics page includes info sheets that ECA has created, including what can you do about climate change, 10 ways to build engagement in your chapter, 10 simple ways to act for climate now. We've also created an infographic about the Clean Power Plan, which is, I think, a little apropos today in particular. This is a great little graphic that has been created that you can download and share. It's a GIF image, so you can share it on social media. You could send it to friends. You could use it at your next presentation. Posters and banners. I know with Climate Day of Action coming up, and I hope we're all going to be out taking action, and I hope we're going to be trying to represent Elders Climate Action while we're out there. We've created a variety of posters and banners. So on the left of the screen, you see a number of posters that are able to, you can print from home. They print in 8.5 by 11 as well as 11 by 14 or tabloid size. So these are posters that you can download and print from home, or if you don't have a printer, you can take to your local print shop and have them printed. If you are looking for banners for your next event, maybe you're attending a march or a rally or something of the like, you can download our large banners and take those to your local print shop, or take those to your, or send it into an online vendor to have printed out. Presentations. We have a number of slide presentations we're hoping to add to those presentations as we go. Maybe you guys might have presentations that you're doing in your community that you might want to share with us that we can add to our resources. There is a Google Slides version of the presentation that you can use. There is also a PowerPoint or PDF version of the presentation. And then there's some additional information about some of the particular slides or anything else that you might need to know. Talking Climate with Others is a section that we've created to help you get more comfortable in talking with people about climate change, whether that is people in office or candidates running for office, or just even talking to your neighbors or your friends or people that you know from church. We want to help you feel more comfortable in knowing what kinds of questions to ask and in knowing how to make contact with those people. So this page in particular, you can find sources like Ballotpedia, great resource to find candidates running for office in your area. In the video and audio recording section, you will find all of the webinar series that you're on right now. So we see, this slide is a little old, so it doesn't include Nathaniel Sinnett's talk from webinar 3, but the webinar 3 is up on the website, and all of the webinars will be posted to the website, and as well as a number of other really great videos that we have, including other national calls that we've done and some promotional materials that we've created. So I want to show you a quick video. It's a 2-minute video. I refer to it as ECA in 2 minutes. And I hope that maybe you might take this video and share it to some of your networks. Oh, I forgot that I had some bullets there, sorry. You can also subscribe to ECA's YouTube channel to receive automatic content updates too.
When I look into my grandson's eyes, I can see the brightness of his future, the promise of a better world. Yet when I look around me, I am deeply concerned by the rapid advances of climate change. Increased carbon in the atmosphere is creating instability we have never seen before, with more volatile and frequent storms and natural disasters, rising temperatures on land and in the ocean, ongoing air and water pollution, and so much more. These climate changes are causing dangerous risks to human health. What will his future be if I don't do anything? If we don't do anything?
Elders Climate Action is a nonpartisan movement of elders committed to making our voices heard on climate change at the national and local level. With more than 90 million elders just in the United States, our movement draws upon a large population of voters with concerns for the environment and their individual legacies. As the largest voting bloc, elders are positioned to help create the political will to change our nation's energy policies while there is still time to avoid catastrophic changes in the Earth's climate. Join ECA and we will provide you with the tools and resources necessary to take climate action from the comfort of your own home and within your own community. Climate solutions do exist. We just need to support them with our voice, our vote, and our dollars.
It is our responsibility to ensure a healthy and safe future for our grandchildren, their children, and their children's children.
Join us and act now to protect future generations and all life at www.eldersclimateaction.org. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and I just want to remind you that you can use the Q&A section to ask any questions that you might have about any of the information as we go through this presentation. The next section I really wanted to show you under the Get Informed heading is climate resources. And our climate resources section, again, is a curated collection from members of Elders Climate Action or the leadership team or individuals that have found content and shared it with us, and we found it to be valuable and wanted to share it with you. So that section includes books, which you see on the left, and some suggested books and a short description of those books, climate articles, and reports. And these climate articles and reports are really great resources. I try to keep up with our policy committee, who find a lot of really great reports out there, and I try to keep those posted as they suggest them. And if ever you run across information that you feel that would be valuable, or read a book that you think other elders would be interested in reading, please share it with us and write up a short review or a short description and give us a link, and we'll see about adding it to the website. It's a great way to find a lot of information that has already sort of been found for you. We've also discovered a lot of really great climate-related infographics out there, and use a number of these infographics in a lot of our presentations and things. So you can go to our climate-related infographics page and you can download or link to a variety of infographics from a number of different organizations, including NASA, some of the NASA infographics. Our feature films section are films that have been watched or reviewed by some of our members of Elders Climate Action, and found that maybe you might be interested in seeing some of these, or maybe you might be interested in hosting a book club or a movie night at your house. And these are really great resources to help you figure out what information is out there. And again, if you see a movie and you think other elders would be interested in watching that movie, send us some information about it. You can also link here on the feature film section to watch an official trailer of those feature films. So we're not giving you links to watch the feature films because unfortunately we don't have that type of privilege, but you can link to at least see the trailers and see if it's something you might want to rent or find maybe on some sort of online streaming source. We've curated a collection of climate-related videos. Most of these are YouTube videos, and have a few different sections of climate-related videos, including pure inspiration with things like Drew Dillinger reading or doing his spoken word poem, Hieroglyphic Stairway, which is a Elders Climate Action favorite. And if you haven't watched the video, I highly encourage you to watch it. We also have here you can see the Do It Now, Sing for the Climate link. So that's the song that we use for our flash mob. So if you wanna practice from home. And as you scroll down the page, you'll find a few different sections that some of those videos are categorized into. Additional climate resources. This page is, again, a lot of information curated by a lot of the members of our policy committee. Thank you, policy committee, for your hard work. And so they have spent a lot of time really looking at information that's out there. At the very top of the page, you can see the Climate Solutions Caucus. This is a caucus that's in the House of Representatives, and links to Citizens Climate Lobby's website to find out more about the Climate Solutions Caucus. As well as a number of other useful resources and action guides. A lot of organizations put out action toolkits, and so here's some links to some of those action toolkits that, that some of our members have looked through and found very helpful. We want to make sure that you have all of the information and access to things that you need to really feel empowered and informed in being able to get engaged and take action. One of my favorite sections, especially to work on, is the With Your Grandchildren section. This is a great section that we have created that includes videos, it includes books to read with your grandchildren, and it also includes online resources, so websites and curriculum guides and things like that, resources for teachers. I really think that this is a multi-generational movement, Elders Climate Action. It's not just about elders, but we're doing it for the grandchildren. We're doing it for future generations. Let's share with the kids and let's learn together. We recommend that you review all of the content and you make sure that it's age appropriate for your grandchild and the understanding of that child. But we hope that you're talking climate with your family members and with your friends. The last section that we'll talk about is we'll do a quick overview of the Get Engaged section. This is really where you come to take action. This is where you come to find ways that you can participate. And so when you see the sub menu here or the drop down menu, you can see the webinar series that we're on listed, the San Francisco event upcoming in California event listed, the ECA National Calls, ECA chapters, and our chapter directory. So if you're interested in finding out more about chapters or how to form a chapter in your area, if you're interested, please click on those links. Events section, this is where you're going to find upcoming webinars or upcoming national calls, things like that, Climate Teen Talk. And you'll find links directly to those calls. And then our volunteer section, so where you can fill out a form and let us know how you want to participate and how you want to be engaged. We're going to take a quick look at a couple of those sections, and those are the taking action section, the actions that we currently have in that section, and that is the Candidates Pledge Climate Action, Elders Vote for the Climate 2018, sending letters to your representatives, and then the Dear Tomorrow partnership project that we have called Letters to Loved Ones in 2050. If you're out and about doing things, let us know what you've been doing. Click here, you'll go to a Google form and you can give us a quick overview of some of the actions that you're out there doing and representing Elders Climate Action at. Those knowing who's out and doing what and what our membership is up to is really important to us. So fill out this form, let us know what you've been doing. And then again, to the left, you'll see a quick link to the Action Toolkit. So if you're going to an event, you can get your materials. The Candidates Pledge Climate Action is one of our actions right now. And in the box that you see highlighted in green, you can see the quick link to signing the Candidates Pledge. You can see the quick link to getting the email script for sending the email to candidates, asking them to sign the pledge. And you can see who has signed the pledge by clicking on that purple button. Elders Vote for Climate in 2018. This is the partnership project we have with the Environmental Voter Project. And here you can see that the form is directly built into our website. So you can go in and you can sign the Environmental Voter Pledge or the Elders Vote for Climate Action Pledge right here on our website. And that information is shared between the Environmental Voter Project and Elders Climate Action. The Letters to Loved Ones in 2050 project is our partnership with Dear Tomorrow, which is a partnership where you can write letters to your loved ones in 2050 and letting them know what you did once you knew about climate change and the things that you've done to take action for their future. So you can submit your letter right here on the Elders Climate Action Letters to Loved Ones in 2050 page. And that, again, that letter gets shared between Dear Tomorrow and Elders Climate Action. And so this is a great opportunity to be part of a project that is going to be archived, a piece of history. These letters will be held on to and re-released in 2050. So the future generations will get to hear about what we did once we knew about climate change. This is a really important project to tell the story so that we can make a difference. Send a letter to loved ones, excuse me, send a letter to elected officials, a little different than loved ones. We have a page that's dedicated to having a email templates. You can see an email template here, Elders urging members of Congress to take action on climate change. And these are sign-on letters. We've written a letter. You can add your own personal message to that letter and then just add your information and send it right off to your representatives. Our system figures out who your representatives are based on your address and sends it to whether you're sending to state officials or to federal representatives. We've got a number of different letter templates. And we're always adding to these letter templates. So let us know if you have an idea for a letter and we might be able to work on it. Social media is so important to social movements. And we are essentially a social movement. We are a social movement trying to take action for the climate. And so Elders Climate Action has its own Facebook page, but our chapters also have Facebook pages. So Ann Arbor, Arizona, NorCal, and Massachusetts all have Facebook pages. So find them on Facebook, like their pages. And if you don't know about Facebook, I'm gonna give you a quick little overview of how to like our page. If you go to Facebook, you'll see at the very top a search bar, and you can search Elders Climate Action and then find us through that search bar. When you get here, you can click like our page, you can click follow our page, and you can also share our page directly with your friends on Facebook. You can also make a donation right through the Facebook page. If you're not familiar with Facebook, go to the Elders Climate Action website, and here you will find our Facebook 101 webinar, which I explain some of the basics to just using Facebook. How does Facebook work, and how do I post something? How do I like something? Those types of things, setting up an account. So if you're not familiar with using social media, you might want to give it a try. Other forms of social media that we use at Elders Climate Action, we are on Twitter, we're on LinkedIn, we're on YouTube, where you can subscribe to our channel and you'll see our content, or you can also find through our website. And then word of mouth and forward to a friend. When you get our newsletter, make sure you forward it to a friend, and make sure when you're out in your community, you're talking about Elders Climate Action to people around you that might be interested. Don't be afraid to share our website. While you're out and about, and when you get done with this webinar, I hope over the next few days you might consider helping us grow, telling 10 friends about Elders Climate Action, forwarding our newsletter, like I said, to 10 friends. Ask 10 friends to follow us on Facebook, or share the website with 10 of your friends. But if each one of us took our time and shared ECA with 10 people, this movement could grow exponentially. And then we could really make some difference, I think, on climate change. Climate Tea and Talk is following this webinar. So we have an upcoming Climate Tea and Talk. This is a great opportunity, Monday, August 27th, to join us, to just have a casual conversation with elders, other members of Elders Climate Action, and talk about climate change, talk about what's happening in your own community, talk about some of the things that you're doing to take action. There's no agenda to the call. It's just a casual conversation with like-minded individuals. So, or similar-minded, I should say. So join us on Tea and Talk at 6 p.m. Eastern or 3 p.m. Pacific, and you will receive a link to the Tea and Talk in the webinar you receive tomorrow evening, following with the recording link following this webinar. And then last, I just want to mention the ECA National Call. We are coming back with the ECA National Call in September. We took a hiatus during the webinars, but we are coming back on September 25th. And we're really excited to be joined by Kia Chatterjee, who is the Executive Director of U.S. Climate Action Network. So join us, mark your calendars for Tuesday, September 25th. Our national calls are on the 4th Tuesday of every month at 7 p.m. Eastern. So you can just sort of circle that day on your calendar and plan to join us. We always have somebody interesting and exciting to talk to you about what ECA is doing and what is happening out there in climate change. So thank you, and now I'll look at some of your questions and see if I can give you some answers. Let's see, I have if I want to communicate with ECA, how do I do that? Can I send an email? Is there a phone number? So really great question, and I apologize that if I didn't mention that earlier. You can always email us at info@eldersclimateaction.org. We don't currently have a phone number, so the best way to reach us is email. I am the only staff member of Elders Climate Action, and all of the leadership team are diversely spread across the country. So, yes, contact us at info@eldersclimateaction, and we will get right back to you. Another question I see is, how do I find out if there are other ECA members in my area of the country so that we can connect? That's a really great question also. The best way is, let us know if you're interested in connecting. We have a link after these webinars on the follow-up email that you'll receive tomorrow. There's a link to a list where you can put your information on a Google Sheet that's shared between anybody who has access via that link. So that information, you can share your emails with one another if you want to connect with other people who've been on the webinars. Otherwise, contact me at info@eldersclimateaction.org, and I can send out an email to people in your area with your email address. We as a general rule, don't give email addresses out to anybody unless you are voluntarily sharing it, like the share list that you'll get tomorrow. Let's see. I think the next question, who has developed all of these wonderful graphics? Well, thank you. That would be me. Our wonderful volunteers at Elders Climate Action are helping to develop all the content of these graphics. My background is in art, and so I love to design things. And so it's a joy for me to get to do presentations like this. Let's see, we have another question. If I want to get more involved, is there a way for me to find out what I could be doing? I would suggest that if you want to get more involved with Elders Climate Action, that you go to our website, you think about considering to volunteer for the leadership, be a part of ECA National, and help us on different committees that we have. You might have some skills or some interests that fit well with one of our committees. You can also take action through the Taking Action section of the website, sending a letter to members of Congress. We also are putting together a call script so you can make calls. So watch for that on our next newsletter. You'll see links to a call script to make phone calls. Go do presentations at community centers or at senior centers in your area. Attend events and wear an ECA t-shirt if you have one. We've also recently got some buttons, and so if you're attending the San Francisco event, you'll receive a button there. Or Massachusetts chapter members, you're going to be receiving your buttons soon. So find ways to talk about Elders Climate Action out in your community. That's the biggest thing that's going to help build this movement. And really this movement is about engaging elders. The elders are the largest voting bloc in the United States. Elders make up 34% of the vote, at least in the last election. The voice of elders, when it comes to climate change, carries a huge amount of weight and power with it because it's a group of people who largely vote, unlike other demographics. So we want elders to be involved. We want elders to be engaged in climate action, thinking about climate action, working on the Candidates Pledge Climate Action Project. Go get signatures on the Candidates Pledge from candidates in your area. That's a great way. Ask other people to sign the voter pledge and pledge to be climate voters. And then lastly, the biggest thing that all of us can do right now this year is vote. So be informed and get out there and vote. And I hope that you're asking questions about climate change and about climate action to any of the candidates that are running for office in your local area. Let's see, I have a question that says, do we need to have our own Facebook page to get involved with ECA's Facebook presence? Yes, David, unfortunately, you do have to have a Facebook page in order to get into ECA's Facebook. So that's part of the social media aspect. Is ECA seeking a spokesperson, an A-list, high publicity, engagement, sustained support? Not necessarily, not expected financial. So I would say yes, we're always seeking spokespeople. We would love to have some A-list, high publicity person. I think that would be phenomenal. So if any of you have connections or contacts to someone, you know, like a Leonardo DiCaprio or a Morgan Freeman or a Julia Roberts, let us know. And we would love to have anybody who wants to be a spokesperson out there, but someone that carries a little extra celebrity might just help put Elders Climate Action on a larger map. And so, yes, to that question. Great question here. Do people need to be elders to get involved with Elders Climate Action? What is the age requirement? I love this question. I like to say that elderhood is a state of being and a state of mind rather than an age. And so if you feel that you have wisdom or something to contribute to the climate movement, join us. It is in my opinion, imperative that we take a multi-generational approach to solving climate change and to working together to take action on climate change. I believe that grandchildren have a lot of power with their grandparents. So I hope that we can engage some younger membership to help put some pressure on their parents, their grandparents, aunts, uncles, great-grandparents, so on. Because really it's gonna take all of us to change this pattern of human behavior that has created the reality that we're in right now. And I absolutely am convinced that we can change the trajectory, but it's going to involve us being educated and informed and engaged and out there, you know, empowering others to do the same and empowering others to use their voice, their vote, and their dollars to represent their values. Let's see, another great question. How do I become a member of Elders Climate Action? And are there dues or fees? Absolutely no dues or fees. Join our website. You will become a member of Elders Climate Action. And we hope that you'll be carrying our mission forward. You'll be out there in the community talking to people, sharing our information. But if you would like to make a charitable contribution to help us continue to build this movement, we are always open and always welcome to do that. And you can always make a charitable contribution in honor of your grandchild. So make a contribution, write a short message to your grandchild, and we'll send them notification and let them know that you are trying to make a difference for their life and for their future. I don't see any other questions. So I'll give you one last minute to see if you have any more questions. Otherwise, I think I'll turn it back over to Jerry. So Jerry, to you.
Thank you so much, Jen. That was absolutely wonderful, packed with information. And I'm hoping that now you can see all that is available to you on the website. If you've got questions, send questions to info@eldersclimateaction.org. But we're there to support you. If you've got ideas for other pieces of information that would be helpful to you, then let us know. And right now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a short break. It is